let's talk about our AI-informed grading. So now that students have submitted some of these answers, some of these essays, please note that it says grades are not released. That means that the students can't see any of these grades. You see them first as the teacher. So let me go ahead. There's a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and just click view for this first student. And in order for me to be able to see their essay, here it is. So I had toggled on my AI detector, and there's that. So it believes that this portion is AI generated, which is possible, and then the majority of it is likely human text. So there's that. Here's their overall score. And then this is their feedback broken down by category of the rubric. So if you notice that the rubric here is set up by categories. Oh, let me close out, sorry. Set up by categories, thesis, purpose, text, evidence, all of these different categories. You're going to see individualized feedback for all of the categories there, and an overall score for them as well. So if you're reading through this, or if you're scanning and skimming to see how they did, what scores the students earned, and if you don't agree with some of the feedback, or you think that you know that the student just meant something else, or you have a conversation, an data-informed conversation with your student to give any feedback here, if you at any point don't agree with it, you can go ahead and edit the scores and feedback. So let's say that you thought that they did worse and they deserved a 0 or a 2 here, whatever it is, and you can change the feedback as well. So you have the final say. Our AI informed grading is there just as a support, but you obviously have the final say for what grades your students get. So you can change all of that. You can change the scoring. You can change however you see fit. And then you can then submit the grade. And once that's submitted, that's the grade that will change here. It will reflect, but once again, the student doesn't see that until the grades are released. So you can do that for every student if you wanted to scan through them. Once again, here's the essay button to expand it and then see their feedback. Go to the next student, a different one. So it looks like this one is 100% likely that it was generated by AI, but please notice that it will still grade it because we don't have a policy on AI usage in terms of writing an essay, but your schools or your individual classrooms may have a policy. So they will still have a score. And maybe this prompts a conversation with a student. So that's completely up to you. Once again, let's go to the next one. This is another essay, same thing here. Maybe it prompts a conversation, but please note that it will still score it because we have not put anything in the threshold to give zeros for AI or AI usage, sorry, because we can't decide that for your learning environment. So that's why we made things editable for you in order for you to make those judgment calls for your students and for the work that they're doing in your class. But once again, just to inform you where the scores and feedback are, let's just run through that one more time. If you toggle over this, if you want to view it, go to the essay button. I would expand it. And then here's the AI detector if you decided to use it. And then your scores, you can edit those scores and feedback if you see necessary. And then you can just toggle over to the next student and then the next student to try to go through your process of checking the work.